Alright guys, before I go into the game, let me give you a rundown of the players. This guy here is Gaius Thunderhead, the dwarf, who uses an axe. The Amazon here is Tyrus Flare, what big booby she's got. And the Barbarian is Axe Battler. Yes, I know, he doesn't have an axe, he has a sword, but I never give him the names. It's, right, this is Goolden Axe, and it's created by Sega and was released in 1989. The primary developer was Mukoto Uchida. I think that's how you pronounce it. He was actually, apparently he was a big fan of action films, particularly the Conan movies. So obviously he developed a game that was a bit like Conan, you know. What your mission is in this game is you got to save the land of Urea from the evil Death Adder. Darth. This isn't Star Wars. Death Adder. Yeah. So I've a bit of a warning. I've had to cut this video down a little bit. I've mainly cut the bits where I was getting me bum kicked. Yeah. I've not. You know, I downloaded this game on Xbox Live for a few months ago, and I've only played it a few times, but I used to be so good at this game back on the Mega Drive, or if you're watching this on the States, the Genesis. Yeah, I used to play this all the time. I used to do this game in roughly 10-15 minutes. I actually done this game in 20. But back on the Mega Drive, you know, I used to do it in one life. I never used to lose a life on this. But my skills, you know what I think is, I think I just can't get used to the controller. And you can see I'm not hitting them that often. But you know, I used to do it in one life, and it's just controllers because I kept on I tried using the D-pad, but I kept on going back up to the other stick. I can't remember what it's called now. Button. Which was a bit awkward for me. Yeah, now let me give you some more information about this game. Yeah, this actually originally came out for the System 16B arcade hardware. I know, don't mean anything to me. I was going to cut this bit out, but because it's I've cut this bit out in the rest of in between the levels, but I thought I'd just show you this so you know what in between the levels were like. Yeah, I should be cutting that bit out. Oh no, I didn't. I just skipped it. Okay. Yeah, because I used to play this when I was like before the Mega Drive was even invented. This used to be in the arcade, and you know, back then playing the arcades was fantastic. You know, you had 10p a go. 10p a go, man. That's all you had to put in, and you had a lot of fun. You go to an arcade with a pound, you know, you spend ages on them machines. And oh, does anyone remember, if you're old enough, Asterix and Obelix? The arcade game. Anyone remember that? Let me know if you do, because that was a fantastic game. I loved that. I spent a lot of money on that. And Operation Wolf. I actually found some footage on YouTube with Operation Wolf. It was it was good. Oh, chaotic as anything that was. You just pull the trigger and you point and shoot. That was it. It was fantastic. Yeah, as you can see, not doing all that well. Particularly on my standards, where I used to play this game a lot. Very bad, very bad. Basically, you got all different types of enemies here. You got the other enemy evil Amazon warriors who tended to be on like dragons. So I've cut it there. Used to be on like fire breathing dragons, and on the previous level you had that sort of weird looking wingless bird type thing. Don't know what it's called, but yeah. You also got a different type of dragon which will come up in the next level, which fire a burst of fire. Which is very strange about the levels actually, because on the first level you had those two big fat twins, and then on that level you had was different types of small enemy soldiers fighting you. See, this is the other dragon I was talking about, the one that breathed like the fire bolt. Yeah, I couldn't get onto the dragon that time because it was too close to the edge of the screen. Yeah, and then on the other level you got all the little minion soldiers, and then at the end of this level you have a knight, and then on the level afterwards you have minions again, and then after that you got the where you face Death Adder, which actually turns out weren't the main villain. If you play the Mega Drive version, it's not on this version of Xbox, which I was a bit disappointed about. When I got to the end bit, I thought, oh, right, let's do the secret level, but they didn't have it there. That's it. The game just ended. Yeah, on the Mega Drive version, you have this secret level where you face this guy called Deathbringer. I know. This game was invented in the 80s by the Japanese. It must have lost something in translation. That's all I can think of. These names, they must have lost something in translation. Seriously, they probably sound better in Japanese. Excuse me. Yeah. So hang on a minute. Here comes another twin, and as you can see, I'm just doing them now with this dragon. Breathing the fire bolts. I should there you go. Moving on. Yeah, how many times did I have to click the computer? I think I must have hit the continue button about 5 times on this. Because, I was really struggling. I'm just not used to controls anymore. And, also, you know, the graphics and all, it's, I know you youngsters will be thinking, God, yeah, this one's about, this is the boss now, it's the knight. I know you youngsters will be thinking, God, look at the graphics, that's really old, that's really bad. In fact, the graphics, I still think it holds up today, to be honest. It's brilliant. It took a year to develop. I know it probably... See, I didn't mind using the magic there, because I know I'll pick more up in between the levels. What was I saying? Yeah, I know it took a year to develop this game. I know nowadays it'll take, what, someone a couple of days probably, or maybe even a day with today's technology. But, you know, this was cutting edge for its time, and I still think it holds up today. You know, the games I really want to play are like Return of Shinobi and Streets of Rage, because on the old Mega Drive you used to get the 3 games. You got this, Streets of Rage, and Return of Shinobi, and I really want to play them games again. I wish they would... I really wish they would, you know, bring these out on Xbox Live. I'll have to see if they have. Because I know you got Turtles. Oh, I used to play that. I used to play that in the arcade as well. And you know, I spent quite a few 10p's in that, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm going to download that and probably even post some footage up in the coming weeks. I will download that because I really want to play it. I don't know whether I'll show the entire game. If I do, it will be an edited version, because otherwise it will just take too long. It's like this video, you know, it went up to about 20 minutes, and you know, I just had to cut it in places. So in the end, I got it down to just over 15 minutes, which is pretty good. And what do you think of the intro? I started playing around with Vegas now, so we're having a look at different types of intros and that. I'm slowly learning the effects and new things, so hopefully in the coming months I'll have something right worthy. Something like machinima IGN type intros or something, you know. Really good intros, really animated. And that's where I want to aim at. That's what I want to do. So yeah, guys, hit me up. Do you remember this game? Remember playing this game? And what about you kids out there? You know, what do you think of it? Would you play it as well, or have you played it? Do you enjoy it? Because I really wish they had these games on the arcade, you know, in the arcades nowadays. They just don't. The arcade nowadays, they're just. Well, for one thing, it's you know, it's £1 a go, and also there's not much variety out there. You know, where I used to go when I was a kid was a place called Canvey Island. We used to go there with the caravan. Well, with the caravan, we had the caravan now, and you know, we used to go there for like weekends, or you know, like a week or two during the summer. You know, it was good times. No, that you used to have all different types of arcades. Like on the actual campsite itself, you would have a small arcade, but then you had variety there. You had your shoot 'em ups, your beat 'em ups, your adventure games, or even like little amateur little bingo little thing, and all sorts there. And then if you walk round walk along the seafront, you would have what we used to call the big arcades, because you had rows, this long strip of just rows of arcades, and you know, donut little stalls. Now we had the proper donut, proper English donut, you know, really hot donuts and that. And again, you had all different type of games. You had this like Bruce Lee type game, you know, where you just got a side scroller thing. Like it was great. And they were all just like 10p a go. That was it. You know, you can go there, pound night. You go to the little kiosk bit. You hand your pound note, you say 10p's please. He give you your 10p's, and you just go off and have fun. I'll tell you what, enough make you feel old. I'm only 28 and I feel like a right old man. Maybe I am. Yeah. Oh god, those were the days. Yeah. Okay, we're getting up to the castle now. This is the last level. You see that bird we flew with? Don't actually see us flying with it, but that's the bird. I'm on the dragon. You see, killing them all. Yeah. Those were the days. Late the 80s, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Those were the days. You know, you kids don't know what you missed out on. I tell you. Those were the best times to be a kid. I'm sure people of my age group will agree. Those were the best times. You had decent TV shows on, children's TV shows, decent cartoons, decent games as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, the games today they look fantastic. I mean, when you look at, say, the Call of Duty franchise or the Battlefield franchise, I mean, those games just look absolutely awesome, and all the other, like, and Gears of War, and even you think of like previous platforms, you know, like the original PlayStation 2. No, the graphics look fantastic, and there has been a massive improvement. But I don't know, maybe because I was brought up with these games, you know, I think I prefer these these graphics. You know, I don't know, it don't seem overly realistic, you know, because games nowadays, like you look at Battlefield 3, it does look extremely realistic, almost like it's in real life, and that's probably a bit too much realism. If there's such a thing. Yeah, I think there is. I think there's too much realism games. With games like Goolden Axe and that, you knew you was playing a video game. There was no distortion. You knew you was playing a video game. I know probably at the time a lot of the old people saying, "Oh, that looks very lifelike." Well, kids are playing this. That's disgusting. All right, here we go now, lads. We're coming up to the end. You see in the top there, you got that axe, the golden axe, with, what is that on the ground anyway? Is that like some sort of snake or something? I know you got the helmet. Look, it's starting to rise now. I don't know why that is. What that's about. No idea. Not being able to find any information on it. So you can see I'm sort of fighting that big fat man and 2 of the minions, and that's Death Adder there with the big axe who just killed me. Yeah, I've had to cut this because I had to go through the continue bit, like, how many times? I think 3 times actually, to be honest. Yeah, there you go, look, I've used the magic, which you would have thought with it I would have killed that skeleton there and the big guy, because it was a bit, you know, I used all the magic, but no, it didn't. Here you go, down again. Yeah, I skipped it from that point because there was no point showing you me constantly dying. Yeah, all I was doing, I just kept on using that one bit of magic, just to weaken him, really. Yeah, I used to, you know, again, I used to do this in one level, but it's just like one life, but I just so out of practice. Maybe if I had like spent a couple of days just playing it, you know, I'll get back to being on form. But you know, there's no point. You know, it's just one of these games that, oh, a bit of nostalgia, play it once in a while, and then just go back onto Call of Duty or something, you know, Homefront or something like that. Yes, we're coming up to the end of the video now, so please send me your comments, likes, and if you want to subscribe, because I will be hopefully doing some more retro gaming stuff. Quick question, can I record stuff on me from my Mega Drive or my NES? Because I've still got them game consoles. I ain't got the PS1 unfortunately, but or my PS2. But I'd like to show more footage of the old games really. If you know, please let me know. Video responses are welcome. You know, let me know your thoughts. Particularly if you know, you was like me, you grew up in the 80s, you knew this, you know, you loved this game, play this game. Here we go, game over. I won. Hee. And yeah, Princess running over to her father the king. Okay, right, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.